Welcome to another episode of Chasing Perspectives. My name is Elijah and today we go back to basics. But before anything, let's roll that intro. We're back from the intro. Let me explain exactly what I mean by going back to basics. You see, when you're a photographer, the longer you are a photographer, the more gear and the more equipment you amass. And sometimes your equipment becomes a crutch for you. And it kind of limits you depending on the type of photography that you do in terms of progressing and challenging yourself. So you get a bit too comfortable with the type of work you're doing. You know, you've got your light setup, you've got your type of camera that you depend on, you've got the right lens, etc. So that has happened to me. I've got a whole lot of equipment from years and years of doing this, and I felt like, you know what, I'm a bit too comfortable with the equipment I have. I'm a bit too comfortable with the type of images I've been getting, so I just want to cripple myself for the better. So I decided I want to challenge myself by taking out everything and going back to when I started, when I literally only had one camera and one lens, with the aim of really challenging myself to create better images with the basics. So the idea is very simple: going back to basics, working with one camera, working with one lens, and I'm trying to see what type of images I can get. And honestly speaking, I was pleasantly surprised. And I feel like I want to do this more often. Having a lot of equipment is all great and dope and whatnot, but sometimes it's not about the equipment, it's about the photographer. It's how that guy or that girl can craft an impactful image, not just for them, but also for their clients or for whoever they're shooting for. So with that being said, let me roll the behind the scenes of how this shoot went and also walk you through exactly what I was trying to achieve with each segment of the behind the scenes. In our first scene, I utilized an alleyway and the two buildings on either side as a compositional element. The idea was to really focus on Sam and the building behind him and how the light was reflecting on the glass on the building behind him so we could create a silhouette image. In our second scene on the stairs, there was no specific idea here. I just wanted Sam to sit on stairs, give me a couple of poses so we could see what we can find. So the more poses he gave me, the more options we got. I actually got to a certain point where I saw a bottle on the ground, picked that up, and I used that as a foreground element with the idea that maybe it might bring some interest and dynamics into the shot, a different dynamic into the shot.
Jet with the white socks. I'm steady slaving for days, just give me one shot. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving.
In our third scene on the street, I just wanted to focus on motion, expression, traffic, and the markings on the road. All those elements will play a part in the composition. I instructed Sam to move around so we could get more options.
Cause I just turned to some circus like I'm an acrobat. And my coworkers are nosy and I don't miss it hard. Can you do a rap at our job Christmas party? Hell no, you ain't shit offended you would ask me to. Don't get it twisted that I'm working here cause I'm just passing through. But they don't believe me cause I've been here for years working. And so it's seeming it's dreaming the rapping ain't working. On a professional level it's so objectional shovel. I'm doing dirt with so every day I work shit. I'm steady slaving, behaving just like I'm Roots Tobin. I feel dejected, rejected, sit on my stoop slowly. And it's better than my jet with the white socks. I'm steady slaving for days, just give me one shot. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. Slaving all day, slaving all night. We work long days and we work long nights. I see them laughing pass me colder. Cause see my passion keeps on passing me, I'm getting older. That's why I really...
In our fourth and final scene, it was all about the garage door that Sam was standing in front of. I liked how the lines were running across it and how they looked when Sam was standing right in front of him. So that was my shot, as simple as that. At a certain point of the shoot, I also had Sam turn around and face me and had the sun right behind him.
But they don't believe me cause I've been here for years working. And so it's seeming it's dreaming the rapping ain't working. On a professional level, it's so objectional shovel I'm doing dirt with, so every day I work shit. I'm steady slaving, behaving just like I'm Roots Tobin. I feel dejected, rejected, sit on my stoop slowly. And it's better than Mike Jack with the white socks.
And that's the end of the show. Tell me what you think by leaving a comment in the comment section. And as well as please do subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And please do turn on your post notifications if you're watching this on Instagram. With that being said, I'm Elijah and I will see you again soon.
Works days, works nights, slaving day, slaving night.